My name is Pete Lovrovich. I've worked with the City of Tacoma Solid Waste Environmental Services for 9 years as an operator, 20 years altogether with the department. I've been operating equipment on those Brawlers here for probably about the last 6 years. My first impression of the Brawler tires actually were really great. There's a lot of other tire manufacturers that take a long break-in period and are really hard on the operator. A lot of these other brands don't really have, the cushioning for staying here. They're more of just an absolute solid tire all the way through down to the rim, and so they don't absorb much of the energy shock that comes from the weight of the machine and going over the materials that we process all day. Bricks, wood, anything that's solid and does not give. When that machine comes down on the ground, for that to absorb it is fantastic. So as far as the traction with these Brawlers, you really can't ask much in the way of a slick tire on the floor. The reason why they need to be like this is so the material does not get stuck in between treads, and so wet versus dry conditions, all around, it just makes it for a smoother ride. I think a good life expectancy that we've got out of these was probably about 2.5 years, I think, which is pretty good. But also when we get really busy, then you put more wear on them, depending again also on the floor conditions. Things that you're running over and processing put a lot of wear and tear to the surface tread or the surface of the tire. With these versus foam filled, I feel that they're a little too squishy in my opinion. They're not as durable. So with these, you can get away with a large cut and actually have them filled if it's really bad and still not have to replace all four for the cost. I personally wouldn't change over these tires. I think just pound for pound, trying to meet the comfortability and ride versus all the others, I haven't found any that have rode with all those qualities together.